Hi, today we are again here to talk about another interesting topic, and this time it is acceptance criteria. Yes, acceptance criteria as I had promised you while doing my previous video. And this time I am going to explain it with a practical example of by writing an acceptance criteria of a user story. So why wait further? Let's get started. And for all those who do not know me, I am Nidhi Kohli. I am the lead Agilist with EduHubSpot, and I am here to help you with your PMI ACP exam journey. So let's get started. Now, what is acceptance criteria? As the name says, it is a criteria based on which you are going to accept or reject something. If this criteria is met, this is accepted. If it is not met, it is going to be rejected. So what are we talking about here? Yes, we are talking about user story in an agile project. The functionality, the requirements that need to be built on an agile project, which are called user stories, and we are talking about that. So how do you confirm that the user story has met what it was expected to be? Let's understand this with an example. Recently, I had sent my son to store to buy me a loaf of bread, and I always use a particular type or make of multigrain bread. Now I assumed he would know, he's been eating it for years, and I just said, go get a loaf of bread, Suchir. And he went, and when he came back, to my surprise, it was not what we eat at home. He said, it is multigrain, Mama. How does that matter? I said, no, I like that one, and that is the healthiest among the various options. Okay. So what happened? I made certain assumptions and gave him unclear expectations. So I told him, get me a loaf of bread. I did not tell him which brand, which type. I did not tell him. And he did what he did best. He knew we ate multigrain, he just picked and he brought back. So yes, I can see that smile on your face. This is exactly what happens. Sometimes product owner and development team, both or either, can make assumptions with respect to the requirements or the user stories. Product owner says, this is what I was expecting you to build. And development team says, this is what we understood. It is exactly what you asked us to do. And there is a, miscommunication and chances of conflicts that may arise. How do you avoid that scenario? Yes, how do you avoid that scenario? By writing acceptance criteria for each user story clearly. Okay, this is the user story and this is what we expect out of it. So let's get to an example. This time I will take a mobile banking app. We are building that, and as a user I want to view my last 10 transactions so that I can see and verify the transactions are correct. Yes, this is the user story. As a mobile banking user, I want to see last 10 transactions to verify that they are correct. If I have to write acceptance criteria for it, how would I do that? So let's write acceptance criteria for this user story. And one of the acceptance criteria could be, on clicking view transactions button, I should see 3 options: last 10 transactions, last month's transactions, and custom range option. Another acceptance criteria could be, on clicking last 10 transactions, I should be able to get a list of last 10 transactions with the date where the transaction happened, the amount, and whether it was a debit or a credit. Yes, whether it was a deposit or a withdrawal. So this could be our second acceptance criteria. There can be many more acceptance criteria with it. These are just a few examples to explain what it is. I am sure you would have understood acceptance criteria by now. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me via my email nidhi.kohli@eduhubspot.com, and we have plethora of resources on www.eduhubspot.com. Go ahead and explore the website and you will get lot of resources that will help you to understand or to clarify your doubts on agile concepts. If you want me to make another video explaining a particular concept, feel free to reach out and I will definitely make a video on that. Thank you and happy studying.